Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Real privilege. I think uh, the idea here is to really talk to our colleagues, talk to people who are looking at online learning. But I think you're a prime example, right? Because you're at that incredible crossroad and you've been at that crossroad. You've joined the armed forces. And most people actually, when they go through school and college, they actually think it's a tough environment. And you've come from the army, so you know how tough it is when you're at that early stage of learning and training. So if you can just give us a little bit in about a minute, that summary of that crossroad when you left. Uh, Firstly, I think just the message to younger people, how tough it is to actually pass some of those exams versus most people think college is tough. And then just that crossroad where you felt I need to learn more even when I moved out. So what was that thing where you were still in the armed forces, but you felt I have to do it?
So being in the army, it wasn't kind of possible to have a physical course. So upGrad did help me out in that. And the first thing
So
which
online became that clear optionality, because if you didn't have that, you wouldn't be doing any of this.
absolutely, sir, absolutely.
Yeah.
And my first
And then
course,
the actual decision making process that made you feel, well, I should do it now, not maybe after I retire, not maybe after I move out.
so my message to the young generation would be, sir, if you really want to upskill and if you really want to do something, and if the thought comes by, then you should pursue it, follow it, rather than kind of delaying it for tomorrow. So that's how I decided that 4 years back when I started my journey with upGrad, I decided that I'm going to walk the path.
But
And
that skepticism that comes with the saying, that's fine, but I'm in my 25s or I'm in my 32s. Why do I now need to upgrade? Why can't I do it when I'm in my 40s?
so, in fact, to look at it, that sir, I started my upskilling at 43, and I would really say that if I would have got this opportunity and if I would have understood that there is something called upGrad, I would have started doing it way back earlier, because
If there was an optionality at your early stage for online, which has really only happened in the last 7, 8 years for everyone.
True, sir.
Just people in the armed forces, people who are in that career crossroad, what's your input and advice to them? Because they may say, but I'm getting by fine in life. I understand Lieutenant Colonel Sam wanted to do it. He's a little bit more ambitious, or he just wants to tank up. But it's not for everybody.
So if you would
What would you
allow
say to
me,
them?
if you would allow me, sir, I just want to give a small story, and
Please.
probably that story would drive as a motivation and for all the people who are thinking of upskilling. I started with my effective leadership and management from Michigan State University, and while completing the course, I was diagnosed with blood cancer, and I during the treatment of the blood cancer, I had a heart attack. Now, what happened, sir, exactly is that upGrad gave me the option of continuing to upskill. So while serving, while tackling my diseases, I decided again. I spoke to a lot of counselors from upGrad, including Shubhashish. He told me that, sir, don't stop your journey with upskilling, and that's the option which was available to me, and that's how I
That's a
started.
very powerful story. Where's the ROI coming for you on this?
To be very honest with
ROI
you,
from a time point of view, money point of view, everything.
yeah. So to be very honest with you, sir, I've put up my papers. I'm on my way out from the army, and I'm taking over as vice president, growth and commercial of a company in Dubai. And I just finished with my MBA, and to be again, sir, the help from upGrad, the alumni from upGrad, the post course support what I had from upGrad, and the mentors like Subhashish and all, they told me to continue with my journey of LinkedIn and posting stuff, and the stories I brought out on the LinkedIn and all, and that's what attracted this opportunity. Amazing.
So that's a very, very, very powerful, very strong story. Just during these 2 years, did you feel every week or every month you were not just learning more, but it gave you much more clarity of what you wanted to do in your career path?
So it gave me clarity, it gave me confidence to take on a transition after 22 years in the army. It still gives me a lot of confidence to take on the world outside. I would feel that the world outside is competitive. You need to be better day by day. You need to keep upskilling. You need to learn the new technology, the new processes which are there presently. The earlier days were, I wouldn't say it wasn't competitive, but it wasn't more explosive. Right now, there's so much of things outside, and every person in today should continue with their upskilling and should continue learning new processes, new automations, new management skills.
And
And
skeptically, somebody may say, but I wanted to ask you, do you believe actually that you would not have landed this job in Dubai if it wasn't for the fact that you took some of these courses?
I absolutely agree, sir.
Absolutely, you would not have.
I
That was
absolutely
part
agree.
of the whole credibility building. That was part of
Absolutely.
the career planning that you did concurrently with you being in the army.
The
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
knowledge which is imparted, sir, is the same. And while you're working, if you're able to take on an online course, why not, sir? It's giving an added advantage. And that is something which is being brought in by upgrad. And congratulations to you, sir.
Yeah, no, no, no. I think this call was not about that. This call is to just hear your story and if it touches a chord with some people when they're at that crossroad, I think that was most important. So,
And
firstly, so thank you very much. I wish you the very best in your career. Upgrad is there for you lifelong, and I know that even if I ask you a question, when are you going to stop learning? I know your answer is going to be never. So stay that way.
absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.